Hi again guys, John V here from Phone Arena. I have the Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.9. I'm going to run a couple different benchmark tests just to see the type of results it's going to get compared to some of the other stuff we've been checking out of late. And just right now I'm just showing you what looks like the home screen, the operation. You could tell for the most part it is running fairly smoothly and responsive as we're navigating across the home screen. And even in portrait it exhibits the same tones, which is pretty good just because with other other Honeycomb devices we've checked out, there's a little bit of choppiness with the portrait usage with the home screen, but it doesn't look like it's affected here with the Galaxy Tab 8.9. It's running Android 3.1 Honeycomb, and you have the TouchWiz UX experience layered on top of it, so that actually contribute to a little bit of a a performance hitch here every now and then. But for right now it's looking pretty decent. You can tell opening up applications, it jumps in, a lot of nice visual effects and whatnot, so it's pretty good. Let's just quickly show you what it looks like with a live wallpaper here, just see the type of performance it's going to show. So let's just switch this over to a live wallpaper. Let's say for example this one here, something a little bit more graphically intensive. And it's running a dual-core 1 GHz NVIDIA Tegra 2 processor, just like other Honeycomb devices. And of course, already we're seeing just a significant amount of slowdown here with its operation. You can tell with the live wallpaper, it's kind of struggling as it's unable to keep up with our movement here. You can see the choppiness. But real quick, let's bring it back to a static wallpaper here, and then we'll run the first benchmark test, which is going to be Quadrant. Let's just bring this back here like that, and let's just run that one first here. So quickly jump right into it. Already ran it once, but we'll run it 2 times here just to show you exactly what type of performance we'll get out of this. Let's close that there real quick again. Let's jump back into it. Okay, so here we go. Let's run this here. Let's take a look. So as we wait for these graphical components to run here, these tests, there we go, it's running right now. So far from what we're looking at here, the graphical tests are pretty good. This one here is running at 30 frames per second, which is typically normal that we see. So smooth frame rate there. Next one up, again still at the 30 frames per second mark, so that's pretty good. And should be one more graphical component test here, and this one too at 30 frames per second, so it should be wrapping up right now. And let's take a look and see what results we get with this one here. So from the looks of it, you get 2226 for the Quadrant score, which is pretty good. Again, better than some of the other devices out there, well in line with other Honeycomb devices, but nothing really mind-blowing. Let's just run this one more time just to see if we get a consistent score here or if we get something better. Let's let this run here with the graphical components again. And it does take a little bit of a time just getting it to run here, but there we go. And everything seems consistent so far, roughly 30 frames per second with all these graphical tests here. And next one should come up roughly around 30 frames per second on the average again. So pretty fluid with its execution here. And the last graphical test here, again 30 frames per second, so we should get pretty much the same score, if not close to it. So this time around we're going to get a Quadrant score of 2434, so a little bit better than before, so that's pretty good. Again, nothing mind-blowing, but pretty respectable in its own. So let's run the other one here, which is the Quadrant, the Antutu benchmark test. Show you exactly what we got with it already. So let's put this in portrait, and you can tell here we have we have the tests completed here already. It gave us a total score of 4815. Again, that's a really great score, but nothing really mind-bending. And when you compare it to some of the rivals out there, such as the Galaxy S2, the LG Optimus X, 2X. It's not it's close to those devices, but nothing really out there. It does beat out things like the Motorola Zoom a little bit, but for the most part, same performance. So there you go, guys. We'll be testing it out further, see how it handles. But if you'd like to learn more about the Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.9, you can check out our website, phonearena.com.